I forgot all about that. I'm finna let me see. To okay, let me see my play Black History. How y'all doing tonight? Hey Dylan. Hey Amy, how was your birthday? How was your birthday, niece? I'm so happy for you. Come on up in here. How's the weather over there? Hey Facebook, hey TikTok. I am doing a late night chats. Where's my timekeepers? It's 8:27 California time. We are gonna be in and out and get ahead like Geico. How is y'all Black History Month going? Honoring whatever phase you in. What did you do for your birthday? Did you chill out? Yes, good. A lot of reflecting. Okay. All right, let me tell y'all why I'm real big on doing some heavy. I don't call it promoting. Let me go get my M&Ms. I love M&Ms, and I start eating my M&Ms, and I put my M&Ms down. Is it okay if I take a commercial break and get my M&Ms before they wake up and get them? You spend time with the babies. Okay, let me get my M&Ms. Thank y'all for being patient. I need to go get my M&Ms. Go get my M&Ms, Janie. Thank you. Girl, I be eating like 1,000% of them at one time. Get the M&Ms, and I got my nieces up in here. You reflected with the babies. Niece, I'm gonna make a song while we on this live for you, okay? I'm gonna make a song just for you, and I'm gonna play it on here because Nene is really powered up, okay? I'm gonna put Niece's name in it too. Y'all wanna do that tonight? And girl, and I'm eating on them like they're so good. Y'all, I'm finna make my nieces a song because I'm finna show y'all how the power of music is just a beautiful thing. Y'all know I love music. I'm married to DJ. The whole Jones family love music. How you doing, my beautiful niece with the big, beautiful, beautiful dimples? Cece been singing a lot more lately. I want to write some more music. Might use the AI. Write that music, baby. Write, listen to TT. Write the music. It's a gift. You hear me? I told you that ever since you was a little girl. You get the nervous energy. You doubt yourself. Baby, we all get that. Do it anyhow. You hear me, TT? No, I'm TT. I'm your TT. Do it anyway. The more you do it, whether you unsure or not, you're gonna build that confidence in Christ muscle, and it's gonna be over. You ain't gonna never stop being nervous. That's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make a song. Y'all gonna help me write this song. We're gonna use Songer app. Y'all ready to write the song? And we're gonna listen to it. It's such a gift. Everybody don't have that gift. I don't know where y'all at in y'all season, but when you look at life, girl, it's only temporary. You might as well do the things you're good at. Get back to the things that bring you joy. And anything else, y'all, it don't matter for real. You know what I mean? Cry over that man, get it out your system, get a girl, do all that. But in the end, will that thing on back? And eat your M&M to be unbothered. You hear me? So I'm smacking on my M&M. I told y'all our family been under attack with these cars. I'm in the secretary mode for JR Remodeling Services because I want to help them administratively as little bit as I can until they get a solid staff. Y'all know it's hard to find people with a good work ethic. It's hard to find people that have a visionary mind that say, you know what, you might not have a budget to pay me what I'm worth, but I believe in what you're doing. Transforming people raggedy situations on their budget to a whole castle. I'm with that vision. So therefore, somebody might be working full time, but on the side, working with somebody that's building a business. If you work with them and you there from the beginning as they building it out, you're not gonna want for nothing. You don't find that many committed people a whole lot of times. I know they exist, but you gotta just keep shuffling through the noise to find them. And say, Lord, send me that person. I might not be able to pay him like I really want to, but give me somebody that believe and in alignment with the vision you put on my heart, whether they administratively good with secretary, whether they really good with marketing, whether they really good with secretary, you know, like the computer stuff. And that you spend time with them about the reason why I'm doing this is bigger than money. The reason why I'm doing this is because it brings joy and fulfillment. When I see people who work all their life and stuff in their place, y'all know that American dream they pitched us. You go buy the house, it's falling apart, and you don't have no money to get the repairs done. Or a lot of us, we feel like, you know, I feel better if I just relocate. Sometimes it just take a coat of paint as we're doing the internal work, right? Because if you decorate and beautify your external space and it's popping, but you still letting toxic come over there and kick it, you still gonna be miserable with the selfies, okay? So it go hand in hand. It go hand in hand. Help me create a sanctuary where I lay my head. If it's cluttered, let me put all of the stuff. Y'all see what I've been doing over here forever and a day? Grandbaby helping me out. It hasn't been in the forefront of getting knocked out with a deadline. It's just a personal goal because I love books. And as y'all can see around this desk, I was very disciplined. I'm a very disciplined lady. I want to support somebody if they have a book, but I have this rule of thumb with me. I'm not buying another book. Somebody say another book until I read the ones that I already have. That bucket right there. Y'all over here. I ain't no shame in my game. I'll show you my madness, baby. Listen. That bucket right there, full of books. The magnet, books on top of books. I ain't bit more redder. So why am I gonna go create more? I have books in this drawer. Look at them. Books. Books. Books, just books. What are some of y'all cravings and things you hoard? Just be honest. We just talking tonight. Hey, Rayan, Renee. Other books, I want some new books, but you right. I need to read the one. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Facebook. Don't y'all hate when people smacking your ear? And here I am smacking. Okay, we're going to start off with this. I wrote, let me see. This is 2020. This was on my birthday in 2023. This is a Thailand envelope I found in my book. I'm real big. Y'all really get in the habit of writing the dates down. When you get a spiritual download, write down the date. And you will look back and you be like, wow, this is what I wrote by faith. Let's do show and tell. Facebook, I can't see who you are on that side unless, let me go over here, unless that's YouTube. Hold on. I like to acknowledge all of y'all. Okay. Girl, this Eminem be good. Ragged teeth and all. Girl, they be good. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Mm-hmm. What was I looking for? Y'all get so distracted. What was I looking for, niece? What was TT looking for? See what I'm saying? That's why I can't go on social media. I get all sucked in. Now, what was I looking for? What was TT looking for? Girl, I forgot this that quick. That's a shame. I really forgot. We're going to sit here until we can remember. Okay, hold on. Hey, Papa! Okay, y'all. I got an Eminem addiction. Rob's supposed to help me out. Mr. Jones supposed to help me out with my Eminem addiction, but he enables. I say I don't want no Eminem. He bring them anyway. So if I'm on a 600-pound life, ain't breathing, acting all crazy, blame it on him. But I am proud to say we cut back on these sodas. Okay. Cece, I am gonna write you this birthday song. Let's get Cece a little bit of time. All right. So tell my Selah. TT said, hey, that's my baby. Oh no, there's no more Eminem. There's no more Eminem. Somebody take me to Eminem rehab. It's LaMonica's fault. LaMonica is the Eminem queen in our friend group. She got M&Ms in a whole container, y'all. She used to have them on her desk. We just be like, oh, if you see it, you eat it. Anybody else love M&M? No matter what your teeth got going on. Hey, BB. BB, how you doing? Oh, I was coming over here to see. That's what it was. Who in our Facebook Live? Because I don't want to leave nobody behind. Y'all got a strength grant. Okay. Let me see what. Child. Hold on. My girl Christine and her husband Frank, they went to see SWV. Go ahead on, y'all outside. I love seeing my black couples do what they do. Go ahead on, sis. That's the social worker queen. And she braid hair on the side, got some growing fingers. We thank God for Sister Christine in battle and her husband. Okay, Facebook, I couldn't see what's what. So y'all could be y'all could be on YouTube. Nonetheless, I'm not ignoring y'all, but we're gonna do a few things. Okay, there go Monica. Hey Monica Lachey. Hey Boo Boo. How your daughter? She said she's good. How are you? She said she misses you. She's coming to Cali. When's she coming? Send her for is it Easter break? Do she get an Easter break? Send her down here for Easter break. Okay, so this is what I'm doing show and tell, and maybe I'm gonna do this live thing where y'all help me get decluttered, and as I'm decluttering another area of this place, y'all gonna declutter, okay? But one of the things I'm gonna tell y'all as we honoring Black history, whatever part of Black history you leaning into, there's something that just makes you like boil over. There's something that fires you up. There's something that make you get up. There's something that make you lay down. That make you something make you doubt yourself. Something make you like be delivered from doubt. Bottom line, if you've been living longer than 5 years, some of y'all grown times five, grown in between grown. You live long enough to know as a people, we are a powerful collective force. If you ain't figured that part out yet, I'm seriously inviting you to the DM so I can give you evidence, not only in the word, but just in your day to day. Because when you in suffering and survival, you forget the amazing mom that you are. Because you're beating yourself up on how you think things should be. Do you know how resourceful families are right now? Do you know how many people talking to each other now and splitting them sandwiches? Do you know how we laughing about how we eating sandwiches right now when we didn't ate sandwiches in months of Sunday? Do you see how God is reconciling families through this hardship? Do you see how you start to say, dang, I used to be so wasteful, but now I'm finna be a better stewardship because when God restored me in this area, it's gonna sit different. I'm not finna go back to my other ways. And when my other ways try to creep up on me, I'm gonna be more aware now. Why? Because you back some of us eating them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like clockwork. Some of you guys used to make enough where it's leftovers after leftovers. Now you lucky enough if you make enough that gets you through the night. Right? I was talking to my husband. We was talking about how old school parents, his mom and my mom and them, they constantly buy those paper towels. And they buy the dryer sheets. I don't know if y'all buy these, but we used to be like, people just wet their hands all day in the kitchen and just keep drying their hands. You go to the store, they $1 and something. It just don't matter. Get you a dry towel. I don't know. We laugh about how an old school person say, you don't have no napkins around here to dry your hands. And we be like, we don't even go down there out that much. Unless it's going to be a function, you'll get the other napkins. Okay? So this is something that I found. Bring him back to the barter system, the growing our own garden. Amen. Come on, Sister Lucretia. I'm going to call you Doctor. Doctor. Where Dr. Lucretia? Growing up, big girl, gonna be 15. No, she not. Monica Lachey, baby girl, finna be 15 next month, Care Bears. That baby finna be 15. Wow. Time don't wait for nobody. And I like how baby girl, tell me how old baby girl Selah is. Baby girl has already told her mama over here she's going to Cali to visit her teacher. Sister made it up in her little young mind. There's some places I need to visit. And I don't even think she said, Mama, can I go? She said, I'm going. She already by faith knowing her mama going to be in alignment. Her daddy going to be in alignment with her coming. That's bold authority. I said that over that baby life when she was little. It's just the anointing on that baby. And we see unapologetically fearless. And we're going to cultivate that gift. We're going to make, that's her normal. We not going to shrink her down. Oh, baby, don't do, no, baby, you do these things. I'm going to train and develop you in that gift. So that way, when the world at that schoolhouse or any way she moved, get to trying to tell her it's something else, foundational, she going to know. My mama prepared me for the haters. My mama know what it's like shrinking her gift, and then the gift didn't stop because it went through my seed. And I'd be doggone if my seed get stunted based on what haters say. Because haters don't have no sense of direction. They got a PhD in other people's business and don't even look at their own stuff. We don't have time to be sitting up about this clown trying to talk about our president and forever first lady. We already knew what it was. And guess what? The final say gonna be God. Like my daughter said the other day on her post, the spirit of distraction is high. And if you know somebody on that isms, schisms, and all of that orange face stuff, and you know at that address he's training his kids to do the same thing, his grandparents and all of them before him trained him to think like that and be nasty and isms and schisms towards us. That is why our folks gave you the tools to prepare for that madness. No matter what side of the track your kid was raised on. And you sitting up watering down your gift, wondering if it's going to make the next person feel like you bragging. You're not in charge of their insecurities. Our kids not going to operate under the influence of our tiredness. That stops tonight. I told y'all we not rocking hats and red and blue and green and quoting Dr. King and Rosa Parks and Grandmama Neal and your own Black history just to decorate ourselves up in the colors. But every day today, when I'm thinking to myself and thinking in my thoughts, I'm letting the thoughts win. We all have stuff that go on. And I'm talking about the part of you that let those things win and dominate your mindset. Because what's dominating up here shows up in behavior. You don't have time to track down the fool. Let them drown in their own mess. When they see that you're not responding to it, because like my sis told me, I'm not meeting this week. She has an extra strategy for a very, very what other people call successful job. Commas all up in her income. She know her shift is taking place in that. God put her in there in a correctional system, director over nursing. Y'all know what they feel about inmates. And y'all know a lot of them shouldn't be in there. Being a director in nursing as a whole Black African-American queen, challenging these doctors in ways, that's not an easy task. And if you didn't care about who you serving because the world done threw them away, you can go in there and get your low income, come home, take your Bowie vacations, cross your feet, buy your rental property, break your family off with their 401k Bs and go home. But people that's called ambassadors for Christ and they in these spaces, they in there as disruptors of a system that's designed to poison and smother and suffocate us. That's not for the weak at heart. You think you're going in there for the said people that's being served on that level. But a lot of times the true criminals sit behind a desk in the email. And you got to be discerning enough to know. You in a team meeting and you know the favorable good for the patient or the client or the who person you serving. And these people done wrote the people off the minute they got there. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? What do you do with that? Oh, well, that's the director such and such, and he pays our he's a human being or she's a human being just like you. That's why a lot of y'all done came up with creative ways on the job that just divinely download. You know what? They tripping on the people like that. Right now, this battle, I'm not called to fight right now, so I'm going to strategically move how God has shifted me, and we're still getting the outcome over here. And then they spend millions of dollars on research on what the problem is. Ain't even asked your Black face, your lived experience, what it is. Could have saved some money and ran you a whole bonus about institutional racism. You want to pay somebody because 9 times out of 10, you might know somebody that's over that. So you just grease in their pockets with the said dollars instead of running it to the staff and getting them a bonus. Because a lot of people in certain spaces live through this stuff. You didn't have to pay a person to come research stuff when you got in-house resources sitting ahead of you, in front of you. And that's why I mentor these ladies real strong and tough. You're not going to go inside of a job and give up your game. And they got personal development and training dollars allocated to the budget. The difference is you have not packaged and positioned yourself to go in there and get that contract and do the training and development based on what you know. Distraction is what it's all about. That's so true. This is why you see people, Sister LaMonica, in the same situation year after year. I've been guilty of it myself. The art of discipline. Moving out of the way. Don't nobody got to see. I wrote this as we doing show and tell. On my birthday in 2023, on a tithing envelope, I put it's already done. I have projected ways that I can pour in and tithe in my church for the youth, for the elders, and I put this in my Bible. What do you believe in God for? That you in a position. You are in a position based on all what you've been through. This is Black History Month, is a soul stand up tall reminder. Oh, well, they gave us the shortest month. You missing the point. Can't nobody give us something that God already said. I get what you're saying, but how many times have we gotten so much done with less anyway? And you sit up and beat that down 5, 10, 15 days this month. You done missed out on what you should be using your time for something else. It's not good to be telling your kids day in and day out how jacked up other people think we are. You're going to equip them, but you're going to power them up and say, this is the reason why we do X, Y, and Z. We don't even do it because other people say we this, that, and the third. We do it out of obedience on what the gift is. That is why if you listen to the heart of a baby that God predestined for you, that baby is a gifted and anointed and appointed child. But if you the angry mom, the mom that's always overwhelmed as a lifestyle, it tells me sometimes you just don't know how to ask for help. And if you're going through that, you add more other people drama to your life. That means that's a way of life for you. Start saying yes more to what God wants you to do. I'm finna prioritize me and my kids at this house. If I don't have support in my bloodline, I'm going to find support and believe God to give me the support that I need. And I'm going to practice asking for help. Some of y'all, if you're not good with money, ain't nobody finna run you a certain amount of money because they know that you, out of love, they know that you're not good with money. They wire you $200, $300, $400, $500 every time you look up. Something ain't adding up. And at this point in the game, we got to stop playing the games. That's what's making us tired. I got to offset some of these little trips I'm taking. If I'm constantly on the cycle of breakdown, we got to address that before we try to go add on all these other things. People, we live in at times where people are so self-absorbed and so really on their own mission. And like I say, when I'm dealing, on the team with the guys, helping the kids roll out what God put inside of them, I'm already on the forefront because I know I need to be. Because when you operate out of hustle and survival, you take any and everything off of a customer. Because somebody lied and told them the customer's always right. Stores are shutting down left and right because these folks out here stealing bags and bags of stuff. It's going to impact all of us. So if you went through life believing that the customer is always right and you in business and you trying to get that sale because you're trying to pay your stuff, then we got to hit a pause break. Because some people need to hold on to that day job. Go to that day job as if God sent you. Quit biting the hand that feeds you and slowly build your side business. That's just the bottom line, because you need financial oxygen and you need to be wise and well-doing and say, you know what? I'm not going to just jump out on a whim. Maybe I have to build my discipline up. Maybe I still need some personal development. Maybe my follow-through game got to be cultivated because every time I look up, if I don't get a sale today, I get discouraged and I start back scrolling. If you got a business just selling Black history stuff for the year of February and you ain't got nothing else going on, that's just a hobby to get you through. That's fine if that's how it's set up. But some of y'all spend a lot of time with people that's not even your ideal person you're supposed to be serving. They're asking you 10,000 questions. They're not reading instructions. That's just like we was over here trying to put this What that baby got a drum set together. It didn't really come with instructions. It had some little instructions all in these other languages on the side. And then we found the instructions on the other side in the language. We have instructions in life, but we don't adhere to it a lot of times. And when things get sticky, you want to say God don't work. Is it that he don't work? I don't understand. Or I'm refusing to go and follow instructions. I mean, on the soul level, I'm not talking about perfecting to the point you're perfect and we're all going to be Genesis to Revelation. But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some foundational things and traps that you see yourself in. Do y'all know? Where my service-based people? Where's my service-based entrepreneurs at in Facebook? Let me go get the charger, and I'm going to come back and tell y'all something real quick. Let me go get the charger. I'll be right back. Too high, the ending passed us by. Heaven knows we try. It is true down tonight. No disguise, no more. Heaven knows we try. These songs I'm listening to, somebody that made them with AI. And they ain't missed a beat. They done put a thumbnail on their Facebook, monetizing over there and calling it today. Maybe they gift ain't sitting up talking to folks and coaching them and stuff like that. Consulting. But let me tell y'all people in Facebook, I can't tell if y'all on Facebook or YouTube. And TikTok too. For some of y'all that's in business, you thinking about doing business. I'm not a business coach. I was raised with some hustlers. I kick it with my mom. We got a standing date on Fridays. We was over there last night, praise God. Cooking up what we cook up, having a good time. And let me just tell y'all this, in Black history. My mama got one son. Her first child is a son before me. Out of LA. Born and raised. That's what we was born and raised. Mama and them from Arkansas. I think she went to LA. My grandmama and them moved when she was like 4 years old. So all we knew for all our life was Los Angeles. And I want you to imagine a woman, by the time she was 21 years old, she had 4 of us, a set of twins in there. Okay, first one at 16. Your only son. And you move to Central California, get married later in life. You move a couple hours away. And you get a call that your son got mauled almost to death. We're talking about Black history. Listen to me clearly. Clearly. This is a part of your DNA, CC. And you get a call. You done relocated. Your son is there with grandmama and them. They don't, us two didn't really want to come right away. Grandmama fought for us to stay a little bit longer. But the point of the matter is, you get a phone call, and some of y'all can relate to this. You get a phone call that your only son, I'm math tutor over there in Las Vegas. Praise God for you. Get a whole entire call that LAPD done sick they dogs on your child. You at work out of town, up the freeway around the corner. And they literally mauled my brother. The LA Unified dog, because anything pop off with their dogs, they'll charge you this, that, and other. Some of y'all know about, especially for you, math tutor, you can probably relate to this as a Black man in America, United States of America. Okay? Some of y'all, depending on how you was raised, like I told an instructor when I was in college who tried to grade me on my papers based on her narrow view of life. I said, when you call the police and the fire department and the ambulance, you see what? I put it back on her. Well, they come to protect. And you call 911 if something happened, you call them. That's what works for you, boo-boos, tutus. But for a lot of us, the sign of helicopters and police and paramedics and ambulance, it's a sign of trouble. Right? You walking home from school, you're not, oh, the police, the ambulance coming to save somebody with an asthma attack, whatever. You like, oh my God, is this my house? It's a sign of trouble for us. Some of y'all educators know this is why you leaning into them babies at school, and you recognize before we can even teach them anything, we got to make sure they're good for real. And if you was raised on one side of the track, it does not matter. The collective body of blackness, there's one image they have of us. That's why this clown's still making time to post things. That is a broken, hateful human being. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. We're going to acknowledge and be aware like we always done. But none of us is surprised. Because they find this stuff, oh, he must be. We already know these things. So she get a call. And I hope this helps some of y'all understand your parents more. For some of y'all that still have your parents alive, or even if your parent passed on and you never got closure because it was so heavy when you was coming up. So all you have to do, all you using is your imagination of what you thought it was. She didn't love me like she loved the other ones. You got your own individual cases. I'm not trying to sit here and convey. I'm not trying to fix you. I'm not that powerful. We're just chopping it up. But what happened was she went over there to LAPD, went down to the General Hospital, and demanded to see her son who's in custody. They give her the whole runaround about where her son is at. I know y'all arrested him. First of all, he didn't do nothing wrong. When you see the police coming up, you run. For what I can tell you in my lane and how we was raised, I can't speak a universal assumption that all of y'all run. Some of y'all pull over, you do the things or whatever. That's just how you get down. That's great. But when you see so many people lynched verbally, having the police drop bags at your feet because you advocating for yourself, and they got pounds of ooh-wee next to them in the car anyway. They don't pay them that much annually on salary. They market the dirty money to them. Okay? Hey, Poetry Soul Child, you went through the same thing in St. Louis. See what I mean? And so when you're talking about, let's say you start dating and get married, and that level of trauma is still stuck down up in there, and that woman and you not communicating that out, and she get to assuming you just straight up paranoid, insecure, whoop-de-whoop-whoop-whoop, she don't really know it's coming from all of that. That's why we got to communicate and tell each other. Like, oh, you smothering me. I'm at Walmart and you taking too long. It might be fear based on you always getting pulled over, police chasing you as a kid. You never did nothing. So when you say you're going to be back, I get worried that something's going to happen to you. And that level of fear travel with you based on your experience. But if we're not communicating that and working through that so we can get out of living this life of poverty of the mind and fear, then that person get pulled back like, oh, he too clingy. Or, oh, she too clingy, right? And sometimes it's a matter, I'm scared. I want to know that you're good. It could be the other stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, my mama went over there to check on her child and commanded to see him. They gave her the whole runaround. The whole runaround. And as a mother, some of y'all been through this. And by the time she found him, my brother had a tattoo on his arm, mauled, his bruises is still there, attacked him. Them dogs will unalive us. They trained to, you get what I'm trying to say? So then she come back and forth, checking on her child and stuff. And this is where the game changed. It's not a game, it's a live. I'm telling y'all, this is where I'm spending time on this, because as we was talking last night, praise God, about our power as people. Even when it's painful, we get back up as a people. That's why people just don't. And that's not our job to figure out why they don't like us. They always pick in our brain, if you notice. and you just freely giving stuff away. And that's okay if you led to. Hey, is something on the stove down there? Okay. So going back to say, you going back and forth to work, you holding on to your job, right? It's probation because you just started your job. And at one point, y'all, they was like, oh, because then it ended up being a situation where, this person fit a profile of a situation. Y'all know about them case. Oh, this person fit the profile of a person we looking at for a case. Well, the basic description of a black man that they had, you done describe half of the people we know. How did we get to this? After y'all make excuses why this woman can't see her baby, don't know if he dead or alive. The job telling you got to figure that out and come on back to work. Do you know that was what my mama ended up changing made her mind up about some skill set that she had back in the day, and she never turned around and looked back? You hear me? That's the bloodline we come from. Because if I'm good enough to be in there for you and do for you and be all you need to do with the plaque and the handshake and the milkshakes and the potlucks and all those things you give me, but I have a crisis, a child that I don't know if he dead or alive, because I got to keep going back and forth or staying camped over there as long as I can to figure out where my child is at. Don't nobody have big, long money to go find somebody, because that's a whole nother can of politics where they monopolize on having you go get an attorney, and half of them is drunk, don't know nothing. I'm just telling you from my experience what I've seen down there in that DA's office and public pretender's office. Some of them is more drunk than me and you put together. Show up with a little suit on and some clothes. It don't matter. That's why we have a lot of street entrepreneurs that do street legal work. They may have never gone to college for it, but they have been anointed to research, and they know them laws up and backwards. So she made a decision, instead of me being stressed, and it ain't like the jobs is paying what they need to pay. Sister girl went back to doing what she know to do, braiding the mess out of some hair, and had clients from sun up to sundown doing what she got to do. And then later on, after we got through, she said, you know what? I'm always taking care of kids. She didn't go get nothing, a side hustle to do stuff she ain't anointed for. You can't have no daycare knowing you can't stand kids. They get on your nerves. You got to potty train them and deal with the contracts where they halfway paying you on time and all that. You cannot sit up there and get into something just on a money grab. That's why I can't stand people trying to get into foster care, knowing that that's a very, very stressful. It's not even a job. It's not even income. They reimburse you for opening up your home. And I want to just make a difference in the community. That ain't what your heart is. You want to come up real quick. And so we got to be mindful of those things, because that's, some of us was raised like that. Like literally, my mama went through that. And she was like, you know what, Tasha? I don't ever want y'all to put that much, have somebody put y'all in the control to that level, to where they telling you to decide to either come in or to go down the freeway to see if your child is okay, as he was going through that court matter. And the Lord had his way in that court matter, because they had the wrong person the whole time. The victim's family ended up saying, no, that's not him. You see, that's what I'm saying. Black History Month, this is the kind of trauma a black man goes through. They really go through that. And you might say, oh, well, that happened back in the 80s or the 90s. That's still trapped down in that man. Even like the police was pulling over and I got some tags that's going through some stuff. I'm like, here we go. They wasn't even pulling me over. They was trying to get somewhere else. But the trauma of getting pulled over, especially now where you don't know what it's going to end up being. You get what I mean? So that's where we got from our mama. She was like, no, what is something that you're good at? You see a inequality. If you're really passionate about it, then you get yourself in position to be inside of that space so you can disrupt what that is and implement something different. Now, what is your journey of a frustration you went through? Life, career, mental trauma, whatever. And how can that fuel you up in this Black History Month? How can it fuel you to say, you know what, this happened to me and through me. I didn't get this and that from the person that I thought it was going to be. So do I hold myself hostage because I didn't get it? Or do I say, Lord, help me out? Because what people don't realize is we don't go congregate at church just because we believe we arrived. We go for strength to keep us going when we feel like getting. We're not responsible for how people believe that we something else. That is their cognition that they got you in. Because I don't want to go back to my old ways. I have not arrived. We not have arrived until the casket drop. But there's a dynamic in which a lot of y'all, you don't take that pain point as something to teach you something. You take it as something that's trying to X you off and out you out. You better get your bounce back and say, Lord, I learned from this. What are you showing me through this? Give me a clean heart. Search my heart on this matter because I don't know if I'm coming or going sometime. And if that's the case, y'all hear me say, you cannot out hustle the pain. They will put you on so much medicine that you don't know if you're coming or going. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting yourself. You're trying to figure you out, your mama out, your cousin out, your daddy out, your sibling out, your wife out, your husband. You're trying to fill in all the gaps that are not even assigned to you. So I'm telling you, in honor of Black history and your Black history-ness, the gap in which you keep sliding back through and doubting yourself and the thing you know that you're capable of doing, what's truly getting in your way? What's truly getting in your way? Because running from it, you're going to keep getting exhausted. If you've never been loved on the way that you need to be loved, start loving yourself. It's Valentine's. Everybody, it's $1 million, billion-dollar industry. It's not in the rose. It's not in the rose. It's not in the rose. If the rose is going to tickle your fancy for the minute, the chocolate candy is going to tickle your fancy in the minute, the diamond ring going to tickle your fancy for a minute, those are all free choice. That's how you get in. But you got to ask yourself, am I tired of moment by moment and little bits and pieces of this thing called love? Have I really sat down to learn how to let God love on me and show me what love really is? Because a part of what I attract is the brokenness in me that keep running. That was me. Not knowing how to slow down and face the reality of it. It's nothing to be ashamed of, y'all. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I met Sister Lucretia Gray in a Family Dollar. We all and we do what we do. I think we had our pajamas on, just unbothered, relaxed, finna slide in there and slide out. We ended up chopping it up in the store. Come to find out, she new to California, moved from North Carolina, got multiple different gifts. She been in jail. We shared our testimonies. She doing some amazing work with at-risk kids. Right? Just sold out one of her events. She cooked her butt down to the ground. She's into AI. But the world called her inmate. That's what the world want to call her, based on the mistakes and the choices she made. Ask me, do she answer today? What are you answering to today? CC, you still in here? I was going to do a song with her. Shorty, how was your day? Pause with that. Oh, so let me see when I wrote this with this group. I don't even think it has a date on this one. Let me look. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Hey, Coach Jocelyn. Okay, good night, brother. Brother. Um. Well, I couldn't think of your name. Math tutor. Okay, so this book, I think a couple of us, our coaching students, was on a collaborative. I was trying to look at the date. I want to say it had to be 5 years, and it's a collection of individuals who did a collaborative book, and we put some things that would resonate to the readers. And I always keep it handy, not for other people, but sometimes I read it for myself. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and read this, and I'm going to we could talk about this. So this is First Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and a holy nation, a peculiar people. You hear that, Shorty? A peculiar, how did I say? Peculiar people. That's 1 Peter 2:9. And so what I put in here back then was, I declare and decree that your life will no longer be defined by the demands of this world or the superficial filters to be like everyone else. Declare with your full heart. You hear that? Your full heart. Our heart cannot function with just two valves running. So we are going to declare with our full heart and soul that you are restored. And I highlighted restored, or put it in caps, and a light leader in this darkened world. Beware that we live in a dark world that rewards people for being on a vicious cycle of attainment addiction. Many are never truly fulfilled until they get the next best thing, neglecting the here and now. They are missing the power that we alone are the best thing right where we are, spiritually, mentally, relationally, and financially. I know the urban lingo tells you that the struggle is real, quote unquote, but might I add, the blessing is the realest? Yeah. So the things that we speak over ourselves, death and life lies in the power of the tongue. So every day you tell yourself, 1 Peter 2 and 9, every day we tell ourselves that we're tired, the body believes it. Tell me what you're working on. Tap the screen, y'all. It's gonna go dead. Okay, tap the screen. It's saying it's gonna go dead. So when we're breaking it down, before we get off of here, what does it mean when you know that you're chosen by now? When you start over analyzing what you're good at, you start over analyzing your decisions as you're shifting into more ways of making your decision. You're not radically just doing too much. You're taking your time with yourself. When you think about First Peter 2nd chapter in the 9th verse, but you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. Some of us, I know for me, you have to really take that in. And sometimes it takes you some digesting of like, really, I'm special. Especially when you went through so much that really contradicted that. You have to keep working on that and feeling that, spiritual muscle that I am chosen. I am a special person in the eyesight and the image of God, right? The verse reveals our identity before activity. This is why you hear me talk to Care Bears about you're lovable for who and whose you are, not for what you do. Because the minute you can't tutor the babies or plan those amazing trips for families or, babysit the kids and the grandkids and do people favors, when those things leave or put on pause, somebody with the identity based on performance and duty and doing those things, hey, George's journey, then you begin to lose who you are. So you don't earn worth by serving, you guys. You don't earn worth by fixing, by serving, or trying to prove yourself to other people. That I heard a person that is struggling with some addictions, and the person kept emphasizing, well, I'm not like the other people that get high and steal and do whatever they can. This person was trying to justify that, although I'm, using and I'm doing all these things, at least I'm not like them, right? Because it's an easy way to let me just focus on how they do, and mine is not as sticky. At the end, we all kind of trying to suppress and run from what's hurting us, whether that's drowning it out with drugs or whatever else that keep us running, right? So our identity is always a reset, and it's not activity based because you don't have to earn it. You cannot earn it. So now we're going to log off and we're going to move from being chosen. Now I'm living like I'm chosen. It's not the other way around. Please hear me if you don't hear my face. If you don't hear my voice again. You are going to operate. I'm moving from being chosen. I'm living like I'm chosen. And if I'm living like I'm chosen, everything is not an emergency. It means that you are chosen, so you're not tolerated. You don't feel like you're a burden on somebody, right? I know I'm chosen. I know I'm supposed to be doing this thing. I know that I have a calling on my life that I'm not going to diminish because the other folks are not really sure what this is supposed to look like, right? We're not here to have them as the board committee trying to sign off on whether or not I'm supposed to do a thing when God already done showed you, right? So it means that if I'm royal, I'm royal. Even when life get messy, I don't stop being more royal because things get sticky. It's not I'm royal with conditions as long as everything cool, even though it feels like that. That's that performance base. I'm all on top of the world. Sales are coming in business. People's lives are changing. But here I am drowning in silence. It's not a harmonized mix. It's just all of this movement, right? So you are set apart. And it's not because we're perfect. It's not because you're trying to prove nothing. It's because by now you know I belong in this space. I belong in this space. Hey, Black Marilyn Monroe, I belong in this space of stillness, of peace, of being the first in the fam, to be the person that don't over-explain myself, to be the person that look at my life and see what's really draining me and take some things off that don't belong. I deserve to go in that secret place by myself with nobody else and just get away from the noise so I can hear from the Lord to sort things out. I deserve that. It doesn't have to be announced. Make a plan and you do it. Don't have to cost a lot of money. It takes a made up mind. Because I'm not going to operate in, oh, I'm being told. I am chosen. I'm being chosen. It's like they in the, there's a boardroom still trying to decide. Why else are you still here based on all the stuff you went through and going through right now? Me and you both. God is saying to us in 1 Peter 2 and 9, stop shrinking, Sister Shorty. Black Marilyn Remote, no more hiding. Stop hiding. Stop explaining yourself. I already named you. That hit different. I'm not going to explain myself. It just is, and I'm okay with that. And remember, this is not about being a perfectionist and thinking everything got to be all hunky-dory right. In fact, mess it all up according to what you believe messing it up is. And watch how much free you would be because you'll be operating out. I know I'm supposed to be doing this. So before we say yes to anything else, we're going to ask ourselves. This is our identity check before we overgive, okay? Is that our agreement? Tap the screen. Tap the screen so we could keep going. Identity check before overgiving. Tap the screen. And we can end right here. Okay, so maybe tomorrow when we're ready to do the other three, we'll get to the other three. But for right now, let me go back over here and see where y'all at. Hold on. Gotta find y'all. Make sure y'all good over here. All right, is my Lecrae back? Let me find out where my girl at. All right. So tomorrow, oh, where we at? Okay, we got some lights over here, some taps to keep the screen going. So before we're doing an identity check. Before you start over giving, before you say yes to anything, you're going to ask, am I doing this because I'm chosen? Am I gifting occasions? Am I doing this because I'm chosen or because I'm afraid of being forgotten? Would I still do this if nobody thanked me? Will I still do this if nobody thanked me? Because chosen people don't chase approval. They just don't. Chosen people do not chase approval. Royal people don't beg for seats. They carry authority wherever they stand. So this is for some of y'all. You not trying to be too much. That's not even your heart, right? You just an amazing person. A light on you make other people feel uncomfortable. And you like, wait a minute, I'm over here trying to figure it out for me and these kids. It's, I'm trying to get my health together. I'm on the phone with the Sally Mae people trying to get it worked out. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get a better job. I'm trying to grow my edges back. Your brain is in survival mode, right? But the light on you, even in the midst of you going through that, it make you doubt yourself. So we got to take a pause and say, you know what? Let me do some identity checks for me before I start over giving and acting like it's God that's telling me to do all this stuff. Because royal people don't chase after stuff. Royal people do not sit up and get in conversations that's draining. We know what things are. We know that they're heavy. We know that it don't make no kinds of earthly sense, no kingdom sense. It's madness on top of madness. But you're not going to exhaust yourself in it, right? Because you want to preserve your energy for things that really matter, right? You give yourself permission to get enough to be aware, but you're not going to sit up and beat stuff down. And so our next one is going to be shine without apology. This is going to be really, really critical for some of you guys. I don't know when we're going to be posting out the series that I'm talking about specific to visionaries, but keep your eyes out on the email. But there's a special way that a visionary needs to be handled. Because if you're not handling the gift of being a visionary well, it will be mismanaged and you will not win that battle. You won't. You'll be on a vicious cycle doubting yourself. Hey Callie girl, how you doing, sweetheart? And so when you shine without apology, you're gonna show up fully as who you are. You're not one of these people that have a set of friends you gotta be bougie with, set of friends you can be hood with, some friends you can be a mixture to, right? Some friends you acting like you got all the debit available on the card. The other ones you in the car before you go into the lunch trying to see how much on the count and all of that madness. Like that's not shining without apology. That right there is bondage on top of bondage. And you're done with it. So you're going to be showing up fully as who you are, which means I don't need to RSVP to events that's going to pull me away from where God is taking me. Thanks. Excuse me. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to show up fully with the voice and the wisdom, boundaries, and joy that I have. Because the Lord is releasing you to be able to do that without getting all upset and bummed out. You're not going to dim yourself to make somebody else who's insecure uncomfortable. You are not in charge of their insecurity. Their insecurity was there before you got there, whether you in a relationship with them or not. You are not responsible for the perceptions of other people. They're going to filter and size you up based on their lived experience and let them go on with their bad self. But you, Sister Care Bear, you're going to shine without apologizing. Your intention is not to just get up and shine. Your intention is to be obedient and show up as the person that you are. The shine just come with that. And you ain't even really tripping on no shine. Matter of fact, most visionary people don't even want all of that. People give it to you and take it away, baby. And if you depend on that, you'll be jumping around, doubting and scratching your head every time. So you're going to stop explaining why you need rest. You're going to stop explaining for clarity. You're going to stop hiding your growth to protect insecure people. I'm going to say that again. You're going to stop protecting yourself. Hiding yourself and your growth to protect insecure people. Because you hiding yourself and your growth from insecure people hold back the ministry and when God favored you, the first to do a thing. Because somebody don't know that they can do it until they meet you and you testify to them that God is good. He brought me through this and here's how. And there you have with your mentorship showing hundreds of women across the world how. That's what people is online looking for. But they finding more entertainment and all of the other fun stuff, which is cool. But are they finding something where they can live and build a kingdom lifestyle where they don't have to keep escaping from it? And they won't find you if you don't open up and launch what it is that you're supposed to be doing based on what you bring to the table. You are not, and I'm not, designed to blend in with what everybody else is doing. And I think if I would have been mentored in that area longer, because most of my life is just was trying to figure it out. Anybody in here just been trying to figure things out? Like why I don't fit in right here. And why I don't have a need to do this. And why I'm not an overthinker, but I'm a thinker, but then not an overthinker, but you can see things and discern things before anybody else. And it's like, nah, this is not it. And if you're not careful, you will start thinking you're weird, you're strange. You start wondering why people think you're a little bit off. You're very intuitive, right? You can smell fakeness way around the corner. You can see insecurity, even within yourself. You're open to critical feedback, hopefully, right? And so these are the things that we're talking about in honoring Black history, is really telling no more lies about why I keep rescheduling what I'm supposed to do for me, to be the vessel that I'm called to be, right? And all of us have been in situations where it's like, I know I'm called to bring light, but when I bring light, it exposes other people. That was hard for me, even working in child welfare. I'm like, dang, this is an OP out of pocket. But who's going to stand on truth for the sake of the babies? You got to get to a point. It's not about what other people going to feel. You got to do that thing that's right and integrous. If that means holding people accountable and, really saying in love, like, you know what, sis or bro, this been going on too long. These kids deserve better. They're going to say what they're going to say, but at least they know you stand on protection. You stand on the right thing to do when it comes to kids, for example. So those are the things we wanted to talk about on tonight. I hope it was helpful because we really move it into, I'm going to look over here at the comments, but I'm really, really looking to see when I log online, this is what warms my heart. A person that's no longer hiding their gift to make other people comfortable. If you're really good at something, whether you're the first in the family, why are you hiding it? Why are you hiding it? You just, I don't want to keep, if they want it, that people can't see your stuff because it's so much stuff going on with ads and it gets in their way and they don't literally see your stuff verbatim. You got to be consistent in whatever consistency look like and be able to share the good news about, hey, this is what I do. Did you ever think that you can afford to go on a trip like this? We start payments now and it could be paid by this time. Get in the mindset of dominating this digital space. Because I'm going to tell you right now, some of the houses that the JR Remodeling Services is remodeling right now, it's not spaces that we can even afford. But the fact that they get to be on journeys of seeing people build out and building out amazing homes for people, that's amazing. Because at some point, it's like, I'm going to believe it for myself. The young people saying, well, I can believe this for myself. If I can build it for someone else, I'm gonna get the sales up. They are remodeling services, and they are remodeling homes right now. Commercial real estate, showing people how to do the tiny homes, you know, repairing. Some people thought they wanted to move, but now that they're remodeling their kitchen and updating their cabinets and updating their bathrooms, they starting to love their homes again, adding value to their homes. A lot of people starting to see they empty rooms and empty lots in the back of the yard. You could put a tiny home up, get those permits all laid out, and now you got rental property in the back. But you can't get there if you hide behind everybody else that can't see nothing but today's struggle in front of them. So I hope that's helping you. This is what we have coming up. Let me see if I can share the screen. Let me see. I said I was going to get back into. Let me see. Let me see if I can put. I got to get back to practicing. Mm. 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 What button do I push? Okay, that's share. I'm gonna have to work back on here. Is it AI wallpaper? Well, let me just get it out of here because I done forgot how to. Let me see. Oh, it came back. Okay. So Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to close this down as we winding down on Facebook. I mean TikTok. I wanted to let you guys know that we're going to be having the trauma informed series on the what's the name of it? I just had it up. Hold on. Okay, there we go. The trauma of not being enough. The trauma of not being enough. I'm going to have that scheduled on February 16th. February 16th. Put a one in the comment if you believe that that workshop is something you're interested in. And then I will send you an invite. The trauma of not being enough. The trauma of not being enough. Sis over here on Facebook has said earlier, distractions is what it is. There's some distractions amongst us. Bringing back bartering systems, she was saying, instead of everybody charging each other. Maybe Sister Care Bear in here, you have a gift set, a skill set, and someone else has another one. You do not have to, and I'm going to say this until the wheels fall off, you do not have to tolerate foolishness. You do not have to tolerate people halfway showing up for you. You do not have to tolerate Sister Care Bear, the one that's constantly reminding people of stuff. But when it comes to them pushing up on you, hey, Shoshana, if they come and remember you as a favorite auntie or the favorite whatever, they can remember. You got to require more from other people. The trauma of not being enough is something we're going to break down. I want to say, what day did I say? I think it's on that Friday. Somebody done woke up, so let's get off this line. Hi, baby. You slept all through the park. We went to the park and you slept through everything. Now you woke up? You was a sleepyhead, huh? Are you going to pray for the people when we go to bed?
Yep.
Yeah, you want to pray?
Yep.
Say good night. God bless you.
God bless you.
Okay. Say we'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Say good night, sister. Show. Let's see who in here. He slept through the park. Puddin and Shorty. Say good night, sister Puddin. Say God bless you, Miss Shorty. Say God loves you. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go, but the night. Thank you so much for being obedient. This is King.